Are you working? What kind of work do you do?
I'm going to talk to you about some things that I've learned in my journey. Most from experience, some of them I heard in passing, many of them I'm still practicing, but all of them I do believe are true.
You're listening to Grit and Gain, the podcast for young professionals hungry for success. Join Marco Velasquez as he unpacks over 2 decades of climbing the corporate ladder, sharing lessons, tips, and strategies to help you accelerate your career.
Welcome to Grit and Gain, where your decision to tune in is an investment in your career. Because true success comes from embracing the grit, doing the hard work, and earning the reward. Today we're diving into the essential strategies they don't teach you when applying and interviewing for a new job. When I started this podcast, my goal was to equip professionals with valuable insights, strategies, and tips that often go unspoken, but make all the difference in a career. These are lessons I was fortunate to learn from trusted mentors, and today I'm passing them on to you. We'll focus on those critical keys to success you may not have thought about when preparing for your next opportunity. Now, we all know the basics: show up on time, research the company, but there's so much more to nailing that job opportunity. If you want to stand out from the crowd, it's all in the details, and that's exactly what we're driving into today. Let's talk about 4 key areas: how to dress, how to respond when you don't know the answer, how to tackle the dreaded "tell me about yourself" question, and the often skipped but critical post-interview follow-up. Number 1, dress for the role you want, not the one you're interviewing for. We've all heard dress for success, but what does that really mean? Here's the truth. You need to dress for the role you aspire to, not just the one you're interviewing for. Think about the culture of the company and the position you're aiming for. If it's a corporate environment, go for a polished look, maybe a well-fitted suit or professional dress. If it's a startup with a laid-back vibe, business casual could be more appropriate, but don't go too casual. What you wear communicates who you are before you even speak. You want to send the message that you're serious about the opportunity, but also that you understand the company's culture. Err on the side of being slightly overdressed rather than underdressed. No one will ever fault you for showing up too polished, but if you're too casual, that could be a red flag. Here's a pro tip for you. Pay attention to grooming details: hair, nails, shoes. Everything should be on point. You're packaging yourself as a complete, competent professional. Number 2, what to do when you don't know the answer. All right, here's a tough one. What do you do when the interviewer asks you something you genuinely don't know? It's going to happen, and you really don't want to panic. Here's your game plan. Don't try to fake it. Trust me, people can tell. Instead, stay calm and be honest, but positive. Acknowledge that you don't have the answer right now, but express your willingness to learn or your ability to quickly find the answer. Here's an example. That's a great question. I'll be honest, I don't know the answer off the top of my head, but what I've done in situations like this before is to quickly learn and adapt. I'm confident I could get up to speed on this very quickly. This shows that you're self-aware, humble, and most importantly, that you have a growth mindset. Employers love candidates who are honest and willing to learn because they know that's how you'll grow in the role. Number 3, mastering the "tell me about yourself" question. Now let's tackle that classic interview question. Tell me about yourself. It seems straightforward, but this is where many candidates stumble. Here's the key. Don't give your life story. This isn't about your childhood or every job you've ever had. It's about your professional journey, how your past experiences have led you to this moment, and how they make you the perfect fit for this job. Here's a simple structure you can follow. Start with the present. Start talking about your current role or what you've been doing recently. Focus on achievements or skills that are relevant to the job you're applying for. Then move to the past. Briefly highlight past experiences or roles that set you up for success in this new position. Finally, consider the future. Explain why this job excites you and how it fits into your career goals. For example, I'm currently working as a project manager where I've led a few key initiatives that boosted team productivity by 20%. Before that, I worked in operations where I honed my skills in efficiency and leadership. I'm really excited about this opportunity because it blends my experience in both project management and operations and aligns with my long-term goal of leading cross-functional teams. Keep it concise, about 1 to 2 minutes tops, but make sure it shows how your journey has prepared you for this next step. Number 4, always follow up after the interview. This step is non-negotiable, yet so many people skip it. After your interview, always, and I mean always, follow up with the hiring manager. It doesn't matter if the interview is a quick phone screen or an in-depth panel. A follow-up email or message on LinkedIn shows that you're proactive, professional, and truly interested in the position. Now, here's what you should include in that communication. Thank them for their time and the opportunity to interview. After you've done that, reiterate your interest in the role and why you're excited about it. Finally, ask for feedback. This is where you show that you're open to growth and improvement. If you can find the hiring manager on LinkedIn, send them a personalized message thanking them again. Be professional, but also let your personality shine through a bit. Show them that you're eager to learn from the experience, whether you land the job or not. Now, get out your pen for an example email, and just in case, if you're driving or doing something where you should not be using a pen, please don't do that. You can always revisit this part of the podcast later. But here's an example email or message that you can share. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I enjoyed learning more about the company and the exciting work your team is doing. I'm very enthusiastic about the opportunity to contribute my skills to the role and the organization. If you have any feedback about today's interview, I will be grateful to hear it. I look forward to hearing from you soon. The follow-up not only keeps you top of mind, but also gives you a chance to receive valuable feedback that can help you in future interviews. Remember that applying and interviewing for a job is more than just showing up and answering questions. It's about presenting yourself as a polished, professional candidate who's prepared for success. From dressing for the role you want to handling tough questions, always following up. These small details are what set you apart from other candidates. And even if you don't land the job, you've left a lasting professional impression that strengthens your network. Who knows? That impression may be the key to a hidden opportunity you hadn't even considered yet. Sometimes the door that opens is the one you didn't know was there.
Thanks for tuning in to Grit and Gain. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to rate the podcast and share it with a friend or colleague who's looking to grow their career. For more ways to fuel your career, visit gritandgain.com. And don't forget to email your questions or suggestions to gritandgainhq@gmail.com. Keep pushing forward. Embody the grit, earn the gain.